This is just a very short introduction to how to use the self-timer remote on your Olympus Share app to shoot self-portraits or to shoot outfit posts. To be honest, that sort of connectivity and being able to use your phone as a remote, so you can actually see yourself, see me, see yourself on screen, was one of the reasons, well, one of the main reasons that I first bought an Olympus camera, because I wanted to have that facility in order to be able to shoot my own photographs and not have to rely on another photographer. I do work with photographers, or I collaborate with them, but I do find it much easier sometimes just to take my own photographs, just in terms of timing and sort of getting the results that I want. I feel much more comfortable in front of a camera when there's nobody else behind it. Anyway, there was one thing I really wanted to tell you about, which was a really handy little tip that my lovely friend Emily from a blog called Fashion Foie Gras told me all about on a recent trip, which is interval shooting, which is not something I've properly investigated before. And interval shooting is really useful because you can take a series of, say, in this case, up to 10 photographs in one go, but each photograph has a 2, 3 or 4 second pause between it, or you can put whatever interval between that you want. So this is what I'm going to show you how to do just in the next bit. So if you want to kind of fast forward to that just now, just to see how to do it, that's more than fine. There's just a little bit of a talk through using the app as a self-timer and how to do exactly that. There's not much else to say really, it's just incredibly useful. It just makes shooting self-portraits or outfit posts a much more seamless, easier activity. You have more photographs from which to choose from. You can use the phone to kind of see yourself in shot and just make sure that your head's not missing or you're properly in focus. Anyway, the plan is to do more of these sort of tips for using your Olympus pen camera. I did have a whole load on my YouTube channel, which I just actually deleted because I was kind of a bit bored of them. So I'm going to recreate some of my previous posts, hopefully the ones that you found useful. I'm going to redo those, and I'm going to do some new ones as well. So do let me know about any particular tips you'd like. I know I keep saying that I'm going to do them, but I'm actually going to do them now. Come say hi to me on Instagram. I'm at Style on Nylon. The blog is styleonnylon.com. In the photography section, there's quite a lot of photography tips there as well, which might be useful if you've just got a new Olympus pen, EPR7, EPR8, EPR9 and F. Worth mentioning that if you're an OMD user, the menus are pretty, well, they're identical basically, so anything that I'm doing that's kind of to do with the functionality of the camera and how to use, going through the menus on my pen, you can pretty much apply to your OMD as well. Just worth noting that. Anyway, yeah, see you later. So this is just a quick guide to using the remote control self-timer and interval shooting on the Olympus Share app for your Olympus pen or your OMD as it would. So if you go into remote control, just quickly to show you how it all works. The very first thing you do if you tap the screen, as long as this button here will give you tap the screen for focus, tap the screen for shooting, and or just off. But if I tap the screen to focus there, I can take a picture. Very simple. Now, if you go to this box here, this is where you can set your self timer. I usually have it at 4 seconds, but you can put it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, whatever, and then that will give you time to put your remote away, put your phone away rather, and get into shot. But the really interesting one is if you go back into this and then you go to this icon here with the sort of multiple photographs and the timer there. Go to the cog settings for more settings, and here interval shooting, number of times. Well, I've just set it to 10, and this was a really handy tip from Emily from Fashion Foie Gras, the blog, because this is what she uses and this is how she shoots her outfit posts. And interval time at 2 seconds, but you can give yourself a little bit longer. That just allows you to kind of recompose yourself. You can see yourself in shot on your phone, so you can check if you are in focus and all that kind of stuff. So once that's done, just to show you how it works, it's a little bit boring, but here we go. Countdown. Now it's going to shoot 10 times with 2 seconds in between each shot. Very
good. A little bit boring this. The other things I wanted to show you is the access to the settings which you have here on the app as well, which is very useful. So hang on, are we nearly done? Just wait for it to finish doing that. And here, so that was just on auto, but I normally shoot on aperture priority, and that's great because here then I can go in to all my settings, change my aperture, change my exposure, 0, change the ISO and the white balance. It's totally brilliant. Also, if you're shooting on a EPL 9 or Pen F, and I'm not sure unfortunately which models of the OMD, but this is really fantastic because you can also trigger the video recording as well. Should I move that? No. Anyway, and that allows you to record like that, which is super useful. It's a shame they didn't have this feature on the EPL 7 and the EPL 9, I'd say, because for a lot of us who are using the camera for shooting photographs and filming as well, it's a really handy one. But anyway, they've got it now going forward, which is really good. And then obviously you can then import your photos on your phone like that. Anyway, hope that was useful.